everyone, good evening and welcome to MoreMind Self-Care Yoga Nidra with me, Liz. So if you are new to this practice, guys, I'll just get housekeeping and what you need out of the way first before we get settled. What you'll need is definitely a blanket, now it's getting colder. And if you have a bolster at home, perfect. I just invested in a new grey one, so I'm very excited to use him tonight. You just need a couple of cushions from the bed or from the sofa, just so you can create some support behind you tonight. So a couple of cushions from the bed is perfect. Blanket or a big jumper is great as well for our Yoga Nidra. And when you're ready, come and join me on your mat or from wherever you are practicing from, my loves, and just pop those things to the side. I have also put a playlist in the channel. I'll just recopy that to make sure everyone can see. So if you would like to use my self-care yoga Spotify playlist, you are super welcome, guys. Otherwise, if you prefer to practice in silence, that's perfect. Or of course, you can use your own music as well. Thank you for the introduction, Alexis. We are live. Enjoy the sleepy class. So if you're new to our practice, guys, all you need to know is that this class is a hybrid of a grounding, very gentle opening flow that we'll begin with into a Yoga Nidra meditation practice. So this class is really focused on relaxing both the body and the mind, and helping to move you into a more soothing space in your nervous system. So relaxing the body, calming the mind, and helping you to prepare for a really good night's sleep ahead as well. So let's get started, guys. And if anyone does have any injuries I need to know about, just pop those in the chat so I'm aware. Otherwise, we'll get started. So we're going to begin in a child's pose this evening. So move any props or things that are on your mat or in your space out of the way. Open the knees wide, bring the big toes together, and just settle yourself back towards your hips, stretching the arms out in front of you and bowing the head. And just taking a few deep breaths, breathing into the nose, out through the mouth, breathing into the nose, exhaling, relaxing the expression on your face, breathing into the nose, exhaling, softening your jaw, breathing into the nose, exhaling, clearing the mind. Let's take one more deep breath in. And on your exhale, simply soften, let everything relax. And in your child's pose, just take a moment to arrive in whatever space you're practicing from this evening, guys. To arrive mentally and to arrive physically. And when you're ready, take your last deep breath in and your last deep breath out. We're slowly just going to slide the hands in towards you and roll up into your tabletop position. So knees under hips, wrists under shoulders, spread the fingers nice and wide. I'm going to move through a few grounding movements and balances to help us come into our bodies this evening and to align. So take the left leg long, take the right arm out, find the balance first. When you're ready, inhale, draw the elbow to the knee, curve the back, and exhale, reach forwards, gaze over the thumb. Inhaling, retracting, curving the spine. Exhaling, extending, straightening the back. Inhaling, drawing elbow and knee together, curving the back. Exhaling, extending, looking forwards. Lovely. Inhale, draw everything together. Exhale, retract, pause, and then extend. Bend the left leg and take the right hand towards that back foot. Now they don't need to meet, but if they do, you can catch the back foot. So we're going to take 3 breaths into this balance. If it's too much to have that back leg bent, guys, just keep extending. 3 breaths, breathing in, breathing out. Keeping the balance, inhaling, exhaling, Last breath. Last exhale. Good. Bring the left knee down, right hand down. Inhale, come into a full cow. Lift the heart, lift the head, look up. Exhale, reverse into a full cat. Curve the spine up, press the palms away, dome the back and bring chin to chest. Lovely guys, ripple back to a neutral spine. When you're ready, extend right leg and left arm. So swapping over now, and make sure that your right wrist is stacked under your right shoulder. Nice. When you're ready, inhale, elbow to knee, curve the back. Exhale, extend, reach forwards, gaze over the thumb. Inhale, elbow to knee, curve the back, chin to chest. Exhale, extend, reach forwards. Inhaling together. Exhaling, extending. Inhale. Exhale, pause. Either stay extending, reaching, or take your left arm this time round towards the right foot, reaching or catching. 3 breaths in your balance, guys. Wherever you are, breathe in, find that grounding balance. Breathe out through the nose. And breathe in, down to the belly. Breathe out through the nose. Got one more breath. Breathe it in. Breathe it out. Lovely. Release. Bring the left hand down. Right knee down. Either settle yourself back into child's pose for a few breaths, or you can extend the arms forwards and come into a heart melting pose. So whatever feels best. Take a few breaths. Just grounding into the body. It can take a little bit of time to slow down the thoughts, especially if you've had a super busy day. Even if you've had a quiet day, it can be hard to calm the mind, and that's what we're beginning to do through our asana practice, our physical practice, before we transition into our meditation. So taking just a few more breaths, guys. In yoga philosophy and the Yoga Sutras, Patanjali taught that in order to be ready to meditate, we need to first practice asana, the physical expression of yoga, to prepare the mind for taking a seat of meditation. So in this class, we'll start to slowly, kind of like dominoes, prepare to take a longer meditation this evening. So wherever you are, guys, take one more breath in, one more breath out. And either coming out of your heart melting pose or out of your child's pose. We're going to roll up to a downward facing dog through tabletop. Tuck the toes, lift the tailbone, downward dog. Look towards your feet. Check your feet are open to about hip width. Make any little adjustments you need to make. And take a moment to pedal. Just from left to right, right to left. Give the head a shake. Relax the shoulders. Breathing into the nose still. And out through the nose. Step the feet together now, so big toes meet. Bring your weight into your right foot and take your left leg up. So the hips are still square, the toes are pointing down on that left foot. As you inhale, I'd like you to draw your left knee to your heart and dome the back again. Creating enough space so you can step your left foot down between the hands and soften onto that back leg. Nice. Keep the right hand underneath your right shoulder. Inhale, take the left arm up. And you can either keep reaching through the left fingertips, or you can place the left hand on the inside of the left knee and open a little more into that left hip. Whichever option you take, look over your left shoulder. Take 3 breaths here. Breathing in, out through the nose. And breathing in, soften the expression on the face on the exhale. Breathe in and relax on the exhale. Lovely, guys. Unravel, take the left hand down. We're going to walk the hands back and start to lower. So lowering gently back. You might be here, Straightening the left leg, hands down on the mat, maybe resting on the fingertips. You might be able to come a little bit further back, maybe even sitting down towards that right heel. Wherever you are in the pose, guys, feel into it. Find that extension, that opening through the left leg. Keep the toes pointed up and take 3 breaths. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last breath. Last exhale. Beautiful, guys. Unravel, unwind. Tuck the right toes under. Sweep the left leg back up just for 1 breath in. And exhale, float the left foot down. Straight away, inhale, right leg up. Exhale, right knee to the heart. Draw the knee in, dome the back. And as lightly as you can, step the right foot down. Soften onto the left knee, untuck toes. Bring the left hand under the left shoulder. Inhale, right arm reaches up. Either long line from wrist to wrist, or right hand comes inside the right knee to help you create a little bit more space at your hip flexor. Look over the right shoulder and take 3 breaths, guys. You should feel a nice opening into the left hip as you gently sink into it. Keep breathing into the nose, out through the nose. Lovely. Last breath when you're ready. Last exhale. Good. Slowly release, look down. And begin to unwind. Sit back, keep the hips square, keep the shoulders square. Again, you might be up here. That might be enough. Toes pointed up. You might be able to come a little bit deeper. See how you go. Find your variation of the pose. You might be folding. You might be up. Whatever feels best. Remember as well, we're practicing in self-care this evening. So we're beginning to listen to our bodies. And just notice what you need. Do you need to go a little bit deeper, or do you need to ease off? Last breath. And last exhale. Slowly make your way out. Bring the hands either side of that right foot, tuck the left toes under. Breathe in as you sweep the right leg high. And exhale, step the feet down. Take a breath in, just gently pressing the heels down. And take a breath out. We're going to come into just one standing pose tonight, guys. So we're going to walk the feet forwards. Open the feet to about hip width. And you can either catch the elbows in the hands, or you can take the arms behind you and interlace the hands. Whatever feels best for your shoulders tonight. Keep a little bit of softness at the knees if you need to, but just make sure your head is nice and heavy. So you can nod the head a few times, yes. Shake the head a few times now. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, grounding into the feet. Breathing out. Lovely, guys. If the arms are lifted, just release the hands down, catch the elbows for one final breath. One final exhale. And drop the hands down towards your feet. Bring a little bit of weight into the palms. You can step or jump the feet back, whatever you would prefer, my loves. Either coming onto the knees or lowering through plank if you would like. Inhale to ripple forwards, come onto the belly, float the shoulders back, lift the heart, take a breath. And as you exhale, press yourself back, either into child's pose or back into our heart melting pose. And if you're coming into heart melting pose, guys, extend the arms, let the chest come down towards the mat and rest the chin or the cheek on the ground. If you're in child's pose, you might like to open the knees a little bit wider and maybe take the arms alongside the legs. Just variations. We're here for 3 breaths. Breathe in and breathe out. Into the nose, out through the nose. Lovely, guys. Take one more breath. We're just resetting the breath here. One more exhale. Good. We're going to get the cushions or bolsters or supports involved now. So slowly start to unravel, start to unwind. Come back through your tabletop and just sit back towards your heels. Gather up your cushions or your bolster, whatever is available to you, whatever you're practicing from tonight. We're going to come into a supported twist first. These are really good for detoxifying the body at the end of the day. Monday is always a good one, after the weekend as well. So we're going to let's come onto the right hand side first so I can show you easily. So right hip comes forward, left hip is back. Bring the knees forward, and you can either stack the knees at 90 degrees, or you can take this top knee back and connect it to your lower foot. So left leg is on top, right leg is underneath. Draw your cushions or your bolster in towards your hip and turn the shoulders and the hips to face over to your bolster. So we're going to square first. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, relax the shoulders. Use the breath to get deeper into this twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lower, chest comes down. One more breath in. And exhale, lower the head all the way down onto the bolster. So we're turning to look away from the legs. You can always bring blankets in as well, or jumpers, etc., to support the head to make sure you're comfortable. Extend the arms out to the side and let the shoulders relax. So your torso is gently twisting over your cushions or your bolster, and your shoulders are relaxing down towards the ground. Make sure that the head is heavy, supported on the bolster or cushions or by a blanket or jumper underneath you. And when you're ready, close the eyes. So make sure you're turning to look away from the legs. And we're going to take 5 deep breaths into this pose. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing into the nose, feel it in the belly. Breathe out through the nose. Inhaling, exhaling. Last 2 breaths. And last breath. Slowly start to lift the heads. Now we're going to come a little bit deeper into this pose without support. So roll your bolster or your blanket just out of the way. Excuse that noise, that was the zip on the floor. And we're going to walk the hands to the corner of the mat and then slowly begin to lay the torso down towards the ground. You can rest the head on supports, on cushions, or just down onto the mat. Let the shoulders relax. Your chest might be down on the mat completely. Turn the head to look away from the legs. And take 5 breaths into this twist. You should really feel this in the internal. Feel it in the belly, feel it in the ribs, feel it in the organs. Breathing in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Lovely, guys. I'm going to keep counting the breaths just until you finish. Last 2, breathe in, breathe out. Last breath. Use that breath as your anchor to keep the focus. And slowly begin to unwind, begin to unravel. Good. We're going to come into the opposite side by simply turning to look behind and windmilling the legs all the way over to the opposite side. So grab your cushions or bolster if you have one at home and draw your either 2 cushions stacked on top of each other or 1 bolster into the left hip. And either the knees are stacked at 90 degrees or your right leg is connected to your left foot this time. Turn to look towards your supports. Square the shoulders, square the hips. Take a breath in, so we're coming in supported first. Exhale, lower. Take another breath in. Exhale, lower the chest. Take another breath in. And exhale, twist, lower the hips. And then you extend the arms out to the side and let the shoulders relax. Closing the eyes. Remember, you can always bring cushions or supports under the head if you would like. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. And taking 3 more breaths. Just in your own time. And when you're ready, taking your last inhale, your last exhale. Slowly lift the head, walk the hands in. Roll your cushions or your bolsters away from you. You might like to keep a blanket handy for your head. We're going to lengthen first, so you're creating length through the spine, and then begin to walk the hands over to the left-hand corner of your mat now, guys. And you might be on the forearms. This might feel good tonight. See how that goes in the shoulders. If you're feeling ready, you can extend the arms and maybe bring the chest down, but remember, don't force it. Feel into this pose rather than forcing your way in. And you can use supports, blankets, pillows under the head if you would like. We're here for 5 breaths, guys. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhaling, exhaling. Last 2. Last 1. Really nice, guys. Slowly, slowly, slowly begin to walk the hands in towards you. Lengthen through the torso first. Take a deep breath in. And make a long sigh as you exhale the breath out. Turn to face back towards your feet. Lovely. And we are going to use our cushions tonight for the next few poses. We're going to come into some supported postures first. So, if you're using bolsters or two cushions, pillows, stacked on top of each other, guys, take the cushions across the mat. And we're going to lay the middle back down tonight. So you don't want your cushions or your bolsters too close to your lower back. Have it about halfway up the back. And you can bring supports behind your head as well. I'm going to show you this option. If it's too much, we're going to come out and come into a slightly gentler one. But let's take a moment to set ourselves up and see what feels right for you this evening. Remembering we're practicing in self-care. Okay, so you can either bring your bolster across the middle back and rest the head backwards onto cushions. You can grab a couple of books as well and bring those under the head if you'd like. And then we're just going to lay the legs long tonight and then let the arms come out to the side. So your chest is lifted here. And your pillows, your cushions or your bolster is nestled under your upper back. If that feels too much, and this should never feel painful by the way, it should feel nice and opening and expansive. If that feels too much, sit yourself up. Turn the bolster or the pillows, the cushions the opposite way, and maybe bring a blanket underneath your head. Bring the legs long and lay yourself back that way. So you're wrapping the shoulders back and then opening the palms upwards. So either of those options is absolutely perfect. Make sure the head is supported, your chest is lifted, and the legs are long. The legs are dormant in this pose. They're just long and relaxed on the mat. Close the eyes down and take a few deeper breaths. Breathing in and breathing out. And keeping the eyes closed, I'd like you to just bring the hands and rest the palms around the ribs. So left hand, left rib cage, right hand, right rib cage. Imagining that you're cradling your rib cage and your hands and your elbows should be able to stay connected to the ground. And I'd like you to just feel the breath as it enters the body. Just feeling, if you can, notice the rib cage really expand as you breathe in. And retract, reduce as you exhale. Breathing in, feeling the ribs expand. And exhaling as the ribs retract. Just taking a few more breaths like that. Breathing in, rib cage expanding, and breathing out, rib cage relaxing. And taking just a few more breaths like that in your own time. Eyes closed. And just beginning to let any stress from your day melt away on each exhale. I'm going to take 5 final breaths into this pose, guys. Breathing in and softening as you breathe out. You can keep the hands on the ribs if that feels good for you this evening, or you can let the hands just drift down alongside the body. Last few breaths, just in your own time. And when you're ready, let's take a final deep breath in, a final deep breath out. Slowly just begin to blink the eyes open for me. If your supports are the opposite way for you right now, guys, bring the hands behind the head to support the neck. Actually, you can do this way too. So let's all bring the hands behind the neck to support the head, thumbs either side of the neck. Step the feet in, so feet are about hip width apart. And you're just going to draw the elbows together and lift yourself up as you support the neck. Loudly. Come on out of your pose and just bring the pillows or bolsters, your supports, down to the side. Keep your blanket handy though. We're going to come into a couple more poses before we come down into meditation. So make sure that your blankets are handy and close by. Bring the arms alongside you, bring the feet together. Inhale, lengthen. And as we exhale, let's come down and meet on our backs, drawing the knees in, hugging arms around legs, and just taking a little rock tonight. We're going to finish with a reverse pigeon. That's the one. I couldn't remember if it was reclined or reverse. I think it's both. So, come onto your back, nice flat back. We're going to step the right foot down, so it's quite close towards the body, and bring the left heel over to rest on the right knee. So right foot is down, left heel is resting on the right knee. Relax the back and bring the hands behind the right leg, behind the right thigh. We're going to draw the knees in towards you. Either stay here, there's a couple of options for this pose. Either stay here, drawing the knees in. You can wrap the arms around the legs, interlace the hands behind to get a little bit deeper into the hips. Or you can straighten your right leg up and have a play at walking your hands towards your right ankle, or maybe even the hands reach around the foot. I can't demo that because mine don't. But whatever feels right, try not to lift your torso up though. Keep your torso relaxed down, keep the back flat, and most important thing, keep the neck long. Keep the head nice and heavy. Sometimes we feel inclined to lift the head here like we're doing a sit-up, but we're not. We're relaxing the head down. And we'll take 5 breaths here, guys. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in, shoulders soften. Breathe out, jaw relaxes. Close the eyes and take your final few breaths in the pose. Hey guys, I'm sorry, I think I lost you for a moment there. I'm back on 4G, so hopefully we can carry on. So let's just do the left hand side now. So if you bring the left heel down and bring the right foot across, left heel down, right foot across, we'll just come into that opposite side. So drawing the left knee towards you, straightening up the left leg, relaxing the shoulders, and taking 5 breaths in whichever variation of this pose feels best for you. Breathing into the nose and out through the nose. Breathing into the nose, out through the nose. Last few breaths, just relaxing. Good. And when you're ready, guys, unravel. Draw the knees in towards you, hug the arms around the legs, take a few last little rocks from side to side. Luckily that was our last pose, so we're ready to come into meditation. Technology, it's always a challenge. So when you're ready, guys, just lift up the legs and lower the legs all the way down into Shavasana, into our final pose. And I'm going to invite you to take a moment to prepare for our Yoga Nidra meditation. And that might mean turning down the lights. That might mean bringing pillows or bolster underneath your knees to support the legs, maybe covering yourself with a blanket, taking a sip of water, whatever feels right for this final posture. Coming to lay flat, either with the legs supported by pillows or bolster under the knees or underneath the ankles. But I would suggest using a blanket to stay warm enough, or popping a jumper on right now, guys, to make sure that you are cozy, as your core body temperature will drift down a little bit and drop during our meditation. So let's just take a moment to all get settled. And then come to lay flat on your mat and close the eyes down. If you are new to Yoga Nidra, my loves, all you need to do is follow the sound of my voice for this meditation. It is completely guided. So even if you are a total novice to meditation, this is the right practice for you. If you do drift off, try not to worry, but do try to just stay connected to the sound of my voice. And I will guide you through a full body Yoga Nidra relaxation. So to begin, take a moment to just make any last little movements you need to make. Any final adjustments. And then when you're ready, just coming to stillness. And let's take a few deep breaths to settle in. Breathing into the nose and breathing out through the mouth. Breathing into the nose and sighing out through the mouth. Taking one more deep, full inhale and a full, deep exhale. And with the eyes closed, just beginning to relax into stillness. Give yourself permission again to relax. Give your mind permission to switch off and give your body permission to rest. Bringing the awareness, the focus, just back to the breathing. And connecting again to a slow, steady inhale and exhale through the nose. Just beginning to slow the breath, to quiet the mind, and to still the body. Beginning to just bring your awareness to the crown of the head. And what I'd like you to imagine is that you're lighting a match internally. So as we begin to focus our awareness on the inner world, your inner being, imagine you're lighting a match internally and you're bringing that flame just to the space between the eyebrows, starting to relax, softening the space at the brow, softening the expression on the face, relaxing the muscles behind the eyes, relaxing the jaw, and bringing a small gap, a few millimeters, just between your top and bottom teeth. Maybe allowing the lips to just gently curl at the corners into a soft, effortless smile. Allowing the back of the head to relax gently into the ground. And continuing to follow that internal light, inner flame, as it lights our path this evening, as we relax throughout the entirety of your physical being. We'll start at the back of the body this evening. So imagining that inner flame, that light is flickering at the back of the neck. And slowly begin to follow that light as it guides your awareness down the spine, starting at the top of the back, slowly moving vertebrae by vertebrae as your awareness travels to the middle back, and slowly following that bright inner light as it guides your focus down to the lower back. And as you follow the spine, allow the back of the body to soften completely. Allow the back body to feel heavy and to sink deeply into the ground that supports you, into the earth below you. Allow the back body to feel completely held and completely at ease. Continuing to breathe in and out of the nose. Releasing your focus from the back now and following that flickering inner light as it guides your awareness to the center of the throat, as it lights the way from the throat to the center of the chest, relaxing every muscle, every bone and every cell in this space. Slowly following that inner light as it guides your awareness from the chest down to the navel, relaxing the rib cage, relaxing the organs, every muscle, every bone and every cell. And slowly following that flickering inner light as it guides your focus from the navel down to the lower abdomen, allowing the belly to relax completely now, and keeping the rest of the body still and soft. Just allowing the belly to move effortlessly as you breathe. Feeling the rib cage softly expand and gently retract as you breathe in and as you exhale. Keeping everything else still. Allowing just the lower abdomen, the ribs to dance as you breathe in and as you exhale. And allowing that dance, that gentle movement to continue effortlessly. I invite you to follow that inner flickering light as it guides your focus to the top of your left shoulder. And slowly begin to travel from the left shoulder to the left elbow, relaxing the upper arm, letting every muscle, every bone and every cell relax completely. Following that light as it travels from left elbow to left wrist, allowing lower arm to relax completely. And in your own time, no rush, relaxing the left hand, slowly scanning from the left wrist to the tips of the fingers, letting the palm soften, allowing the back of the hand to relax. Letting go of any resistance. Letting go of the left arm completely. And allowing that limb to feel weightless. Giving yourself permission to put down any baggage you're carrying on that shoulder. When you're ready, follow that inner light, that flickering flame, as it guides your awareness by the hand and takes you to the top of your right shoulder as we begin to travel down this limb. From right shoulder, slowly travelling to right elbow, allowing every muscle, every bone and every cell in the top of the right arm to relax now. From right elbow, travelling slowly to right wrist. Let the lower arm relax now. And from the right wrist, slowly beginning to scan from the wrist to the fingertips as the right palm softens, as the right hand relaxes completely. And you let go of any resistance, letting go of the right arm, allowing that limb to feel weightless, to completely relax, and to come to total stillness. If your focus has waned, guide the awareness back to the breath, knowing you can always anchor back to your breathing any point. And when you're ready, igniting that inner light, that inner flame at the top of the left hip, and slowly begin to follow that light as it travels to the left knee, and the upper leg begins to soften. Every muscle, every bone and every cell relaxing. And slowly travelling from the right knee down to the right ankle, letting the lower leg relax, letting the lower leg be still, allowing the lower leg to soften evermore as you breathe. Finally scanning across the left foot, following that light as it guides you across the bones, to the tips of the toes, across the sole of the left foot, to the heel, allowing the left leg, this limb, to relax completely now. Allowing any resistance, any tension to melt down into the earth. Letting go completely. Staying connected to your inner world. Letting go of any distracting thoughts and bringing focus to the top of the right hip. As we slowly begin to relax the right leg, traveling from the right hip to the right knee, upper leg, relaxing. Allowing every muscle, every bone and every cell to soften. And slowly beginning to follow that inner light, that flickering, gentle flame as it travels from your right knee and guides you down to the right ankle, allowing the lower leg to relax now. From right ankle, slowly following the light as it glides across the bones, the top of the foot, to the tips of the toes. Gently gliding across the sole of the right foot and coming to rest at the right heel. Allowing the right leg to relax completely. Allowing this limb to feel weightless. Allowing any tension and any resistance to melt down into the earth. And slowly begin to scan back up the physical body. From the soles of the feet, drinking in the legs. From the hips, drinking in the torso and the arms. From the shoulders, bringing awareness just back up to the crown of the head. And as you gather your awareness up, allow the entire body to relax now. Knowing there is nothing you need to do in this moment. There's nowhere else you need to be. Allowing every part of your body to sink deeply into the earth. And for the final few moments of our practice, allowing yourself to simply rest. You can begin to just move the fingers and toes. And just staying laid flat in Shavasana. I'd like to close with a reading. Just for now, without asking how, let yourself sink into stillness. And just for now, lay down the weight that you so patiently bear on your shoulders. Feel the earth receive you and the infinite expanse of the sky grow even wider as your awareness reaches up to meet it. Just for now, allow a wave of breath to enliven your experience. And breathe out whatever blocks you from the truth. Just for now, be boundless, free, with awakened energy tingling in your hands and feet. Drink in the possibility of who and what you really are. So fully alive that the world looks different, newly born and vibrant. Just for now. And slowly beginning to make your way out of our meditation, lifting back up to just a comfortable cross-legged seat. And keeping the eyes closed, keeping the head bowed. Let's close and seal our evening practice by bringing palms together, creating a little bit of warmth between your hands. And you can either bring the hands over the heart or you can cup the palms over the eyes, whatever feels most comfortable. And I invite you to close by setting an intention or a dedication around self-care this week. What else can you do to practice a little bit more self-care in the coming week ahead? Often we are at the bottom of our priorities list, and I invite you to give yourself permission now to put yourself at the top of your list. And when you're ready, slowly lifting the head and blinking the eyes open. Jai Namaste. Please, thank you so much for joining me to practice this evening. I will hang out for the next few moments in case anyone has any questions or anything that they would like to ask, or to just say hi and bye. That's always nice. It's always lovely to know who is practicing, even when we are at a distance. We're still connected energetically, and that's really important actually to remember at the moment. So I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of the week ahead. Drink lots of water as we did lots of focused breathing, and I hope that you have a lovely night's sleep after our yogic sleep, our Yoga Nidra. Just come over to my laptop. So any questions, guys, please let me know. And if anything does come up, you can always connect with me on social media. My Instagram is Liz Joy Oakley, and my Facebook is Elizabeth Joy Wellbeing. So either of those accounts, you can get me there. forward to seeing you again soon, my lovelies. Oh, thank you guys. So I've just seen your lovely messages. I had to refresh. But I am sending lots of love, and I will say goodnight. Some people might be asleep. That's also fine. I'm sending you lots of well wishes for a wonderful week ahead, guys. Lots of love from me and the team at MoreYoga. Thank you, Alexis, for all of your amazing help tonight, as always. Sending lots and lots of love out